All right, folks, we're back in studio. It is Saturday, the instant recap show of the Long Trail World Championships, joined again by my bro, Adam Mary.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Great.
Hey, we got to start in the obvious place. Cheers to the double gold medal for Team USA.
Cheers to the USA.
Jim Walmsley, Katie Schide, well-deserved, incredible victories.
Very well-deserved. Proud to be an American today. Such sick performances, dude.
Yeah, so much to talk about today.
Yeah.
We're just launching into it just to set the scene here. The men's top 35 is probably in. The women's top 3 is in right now. So we'll be expecting to see the rest of the women's top 10 finishing as we're recording. It was an incredible day. We basically watched 75% of the live broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly all of the dramatic moments over the last several hours here. And wouldn't have it any other way, buddy.
So fun.
Maybe first things first, before we get into our quick housekeeping, we were just talking about how the World Championships is being streamed right now. UTMB Nice is being streamed right now. The Mammoth 200 is being streamed right now.
Yep.
Is trail running a real sport?
It's kind of starting to seem like it, starting to seem like it.
Yeah. Plus Freetrail is not streaming, but recording right
That's
now.
right. That's right.
All right. So before we get into it, again, big thank you to Adam for being such an awesome co-host all week. It's been so fun.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, buddy. It's been
fun.
amazing. Thank you to Tom Buchanan, who's here in studio recording. Ryan and Gracie have been out literally since
all day,
basically since
dude, and
6 o'clock this morning.
Speaking on that, because I'm not part of Freetrail, normally, but dude, I already appreciated what Ryan did, but he's been out all day. He's up till very late or the wee hours of the morning, editing, goes to bed, wake up, do it again. It's it's hardcore, dude.
Yeah.
So everyone should really show him some love.
Yes. And the way you can show him some love is to go watch the vlogs that he's making. Those things are absolute heaters.
Crazy soundtracks.
Kicking myself. I'm like, why have we not been doing this for the last couple of years? And Ryan, I know, sometimes he is just filming podcasts and posting this kind of stuff and doesn't get to get as creative as really his skills should allow him to. So this, I think, has been really fun for him, though he will definitely deserve a long vacation after this. Shout out to Travis and Harmony back home too. Travis and I have been texting now for the last hour, just getting all the analytics ready for the show. And of course, Harmony keeping the train on the rails remotely from home. So again, we're just doing the Long Trail recap today, and then we're going to talk about tomorrow's race, the Classic event, which is going to close down the 2025 World Championships. You still have one more opportunity to play fantasy.freetrail.com. Pick 10 deep for your chance to win some great products. And finally, a big thank you to All Conditions Gear, our friends at ACG. It's been so fun to collaborate with them. I knew this was going to be a really important show, Adam.
Yep.
So, I had to break out the hardcore, high-tech, innovative apparel to make sure my podcast game was on point.
I was wondering what race you're going to debut it for, but it's perfect for the Long Trail day. You're looking cool.
Yes. So anyway, big thanks to ACG. I got my Radical Airflow kit on, and we definitely appreciate their support here throughout World Championship weekend. All right, launching into it. Let's start with the great American champion, Mr. Jim Walmsley, in the mix all day.
Yep.
Top of the first climb. He's in the group.
Yep.
In a good spot. I think a lot of people question, because he's such a graceful and beautiful runner.
Yes.
Whether he's got the chops for a mountain course like this.
Yeah.
He was in control all day.
Yeah.
Ends up getting the separation in the back half. Gains more separation, wins by about 10 minutes over the French duo who we'll talk about. Comments on the great goat.
I mean, goated for sure. And this is a mountain course, off-trail sections, very technical. And, I think I fell for it too. Jim hemming and hawing and sandbagging himself in the pre-race interview. I was like, oh, maybe he's not ready. But it's dude, of course he's ready, man. It's Jim. And, to Jim's credit, I heard from a little bird that he had kind of thought he could run this course in 8.5 hours, then kind of walked it back to 10. But it's dude, what did he run? 8 hours, 33 minutes or something? It's bang on, he's so good.
What a dog.
Yeah.
And in his post-race interview, we should say that commentator, the very charming English interviewer. Yeah. It's like, how do you feel winning your first world championship? He said, well, actually, I won in 2019 also. Yes. Double world champ.
Yep. Short and long trail, which is sick.
Unbelievable. Just speaks to his versatility and his greatness.
Super range. Yeah. And it was so cool to watch him just like run so confidently from the beginning in the front group in that breakaway of 3 runners and then just like assert his dominance. Did like most of the leading once that group of 3 broke away.
Yep.
It was sick.
Yeah, so he was running with Louison Coiffé, who's a fairly new name to me, and we're going to talk about him in a second. They ended up getting away from Benjamin Rubiel, the defending gold
with Petter
medalist.
Engdahl, right, at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was sort of Jim and Louison for, sort of like coming close to the halfway point in the race. And then as they were approaching Candanchu, finally Jim got a minute on Louison. And then when the camera picks him up on the dirt road leading down to Candanchu aid station, roughly 60K, full on Jim Walmsley, peak prime, bouncing, loping stride that we've all come to know.
Gazelle mode.
Gazelle mode.
Yeah.
Locks into gazelle mode. But then, I was texting, we weren't watching it together at that point, but I was texting Ryan, just sort of keeping him updated. And I was like, okay, Jim's out front alone now. Like, I'll keep you posted when I see the next guy. It was only 2 minutes at Candanchu. Louison was right there still. Yes. So, and then, that last, whatever it was, 20K, rough, not easy. By the time he gets up to the next checkpoint, 7 minutes, game over.
Yeah, game over. Yeah, it's crazy too. Like, I didn't watch every single second of the video coverage of Jim's race, but I watched a bunch of it. I don't think I saw him trip or misstep at all.
No.
Just such a skilled technical runner and like skilled with the poles. Like, yeah, it was just impressive. Masterclass.
We'll get to Katie in a second, but like, they're very similar, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, they can win on any course at any distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so impressive.
It was something one of those announcers said on the live stream as Jim was like in those final finishing Ks, and he's like, oh, like on a course that, clearly suits him. And it's like, no, dude, it doesn't probably suit his strength, but he's so good and so meticulous in his preparation and so committed that he can come out here and dominate.
Unbelievable. Okay, a couple more things to get to before we move on. We had heard that Jim had predicted it would be about an 8.5 hour course. And then once he got on it, it was like, no, actually, it's going to be closer to 10.
Yeah.
Turns out it's an 8.5 hour course.
8.5 hour course. But see, I wonder if it's like, is that Jim kind of like sandbagging and being the gamer that he is,
Yeah.
Who knows?
It could be. Yeah. For Katie, it was about a 10 hour course.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that.
Sub 10, dude. 9:57. Crazy.
Yeah. All right. One other thing. Jim's season. Win at Chianti. People don't know this, but before OCC, he ripped and won a VK in Aresh, where he lives. Won OCC. Wins the Long Trail World Championship, 4 races, 4 victories. All of a sudden, mid-season, we're like, Jim's hurt. Who knows if he's going to race in the rest of 2025?
Yeah.
Here we are at the end of September. He and Poopy basically are, the finalists for Trail Runner of the Year. I mean, obviously, there's still some races to come. Golden Trail World Final. We don't want to jump to any conclusions, but
I'm calling it now, like Jim out here. Goated. I mean, Francesco's had a great season too, but to show up on the world stage like that and win in such a dominant fashion is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, maybe worth saying, but like those 2 Frenchmen that were in second and third behind him are like, he's 2v1 on that, So they're kind of like pushing, they're both putting in moves, like trying to like break him. And it's, just so much more impressive.
It's a really good point. And let's talk about them in just a sec. Last thing I wanted to say about Jim. The photo that Gracie Hins got of him at the finish line just holding up the number 1.
Yeah.
I just love it, man. Love
sick.
it. Like in the NFL or in college football, it's like QB1, right? In our sport, it's like M1, F1, and it's just number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. Loved it.
Yep.
Shout out Jim Walmsley. Congratulations, buddy. You made us all so freaking proud. And no pressure, but it would really round out your season to go do Diagonal Day Food next month.
I mean,
you know,
it's kind of true.
Get another one of those monument majors of 100 milers. He's got Western States.
He's only got a couple
UTMB,
left, you know.
Diagonal Defu and Hard Rock are theoretically like the easier ones to get just based on competition.
I mean, I feel like
go get Diagonal.
Maybe Dale will like let him in now, you know.
Maybe. All right. Amazing. The French boys. Yep. Louison Coiffet and Benjamin Rubiol. Louison was the guy who really like was pushing Jim there through the middle section of the course. Biggest result of his career by far.
Super impressive.
Don't know too much about him, but if you look at his results, you know, it's a mix of like short distance, long distance, mostly like sky running and mountain stuff. Like he was second at the 90K of Mont Blanc. This year he's done a couple sky races. Looks like he was building specifically towards this type of super technical event. And when we talked to Frederick Trenchard this morning, he said, oh yeah, Louison, he came to team training camp and he was like, you know, a stud.
Yeah.
So
yeah, super impressive.
One of these names that we're going to probably see around a lot.
Yeah. Crazy run. Should we talk about third and then talk about how they finished?
What do you mean?
Just like how they finished.
Yeah. Paint the picture for the audience who didn't watch.
So it's Louison and Benjamin Rubiol, right? The last edition's world champion, that were working together all day with Jim, kind of like Jim broke away and then they stuck together throughout the final, 30K of the course. And Louison had like broken away from Ben, got some separation, but then Ben caught back up and they were like, it looked like they were kind of pushing each other to run their, you know, cumulative fastest time out there. And then on the descent, it was kind of the final descent. It was kind of like, oh, like, okay, like maybe they're still pushing each other.
Yep.
And then they start to get close to the pavement and it's like, oh, like maybe they're kind of just like running together, kind of cruising in.
Yeah.
And then they hit the pavement and they were just, you know, kind of chilling. And we were like, oh, like, are they going to sprint it in? And like, you know, everyone has their own preference. I'm like, dude, it's a world championship. It's a race. Like, and the cumulative time matters, like for team scoring, for medal count or for medaling. And so it was like a little odd. I personally, I was like, man, I would think they'd want to sprint it in to just like try to get the fastest time possible. But they ended up finishing like hand in hand, holding the French flag. And I mean, it turns out like it didn't really matter. Like France still dominated.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just in the spirit of the world champs at such a high level of competition, I would have loved to see them kicking in.
This is a really fun thing to talk about, right? And there are times and places where it's nice to finish in a tie, you know, hand in hand.
Yeah, like on a Saturday morning long run,
and
you know?
for them, I trust that it felt like the right thing to do. For us as spectators, we were like, especially after talking to Freddie this morning, Fred said that from the French Federation, they had a specific instruction to each athlete. You don't just jog it in, you sprint to the line.
Yeah.
Right. And they certainly didn't. Obviously, they were about 10 minutes behind Jim. They had been pushing hard all day. I'm sure I, in the same position, would have loved to just jog it in.
Yeah.
But they didn't seem to have like a super sense of urgency about it. The thing that I think is really cool, though, is that they said in the finish line interviews that they're legitimately like best buds.
Yeah.
They were roommates here.
Yeah.
For, you know, so they were literally sleeping in the same hotel room.
Yeah.
Ran 75% of the race, like either together or within a minute or two. And then, you know, Benjamin catches back up and they finish together.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool story. I also, just as a fan, would have loved to see them like actually throw bows in the finishing shoot.
And then hug and like, you know, tell the best friend story as well, you know, in the same way.
Yeah. All right. So you made a comment. The French team is vindicated.
Totally vindicated.
Explain.
Oh, just like, we've been commenting all week how like France didn't allow the athletes that are on their world team to compete in the UTMB races. And the idea is like to make sure they're fresh and ready to compete at Worlds. And we were kind of like, okay, well, like, let's see if they are actually dominant. And they certainly dominated. Like they had some of the most athletes in the top 10 across multiple distances and crushed.
4 of the top 11
Frenchmen. Yeah.
And like studs. All right, well, let's get to the top 10 next.
So if you're prioritizing like team medaling, it's probably the move, you know, because like, sure, the U.S. has an outlier like Jim who can do OCC and then also win this, but like, you know, it's not the same story for other men who competed at or women who competed at OCC or CCC.
Yeah, and we'll do like a full roundup of everybody who did double tomorrow in our wrap-up show. But certainly seems like it was a good choice for the French team. Another team gold medal and 2 individual medals in long trail on the men's side.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we want to get to this yet too, but just like crazy too about like another team you would think would be very prepared that maybe didn't have a good day is like Spain, dude. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I do have that written down. Okay. So just that we can just touch on it before we get to the full top 10. 0 Spaniards in the top 20. Like, after dominating,
like what the heck?
Dominating yesterday in the men's race. They finished 2nd, 3rd, 4th in the men's race yesterday.
I honestly would have to go back and look at our commentary from yesterday, but didn't I make the observation that like, oh, their ITRA's way lower? Like, I wonder, even though they're like home field advantage, if that's enough to surpass like the ITRA gap.
It's funny because I made the comment that it seems like as a country, Spain emphasizes mid-distance races. Like, maybe they don't care as much about long distance. Obviously, we've seen people like Pau Capel, Kilian Jornet, Miguel Heras, Luis Alberto, all be like great long distance athletes. But who knows? Maybe like the density of competition or the density of talent in Spain right now is just really focused on that. Like, call it like 50K and under sort of thing.
Great observation.
Very, very interesting. All right. So the men's top 10, I got a few more fun things to get to, but let's just break it down here. So again, Jim Walmsley, our champion, 8:35.11, 11 minutes ahead of the French duo who share the silver medal, which is yes.
Well then, wait. So who gets bronze? No one.
No bronze medal.
That is some baby back BS, dude. That is not it. That's ridiculous.
Why?
Because, dude, like you can't give out 2 silver medals. It's just that's whack.
What are they going to do at the awards tonight? They're both going to be standing on one side of the gym.
That's so freaking whack. I don't know, dude.
So
especially the world champ.
Yeah. I don't know like how they came to that conclusion, but they did say that on air that there was an official decision that it would be 2 silvers and no bronze. We're going to get to the medal counts later in the show. But anyway, doesn't that kind of incentivize like gaming shit? Perhaps like I don't know, like I haven't had a chance to think about
like what if they all held hands with Jim? Do they get this is like 3 golds?
I mean, to me, like the alternative of splitting bronze and silver, like what's the problem with that, right? Like you get it you get the silver one year, I'll take the bronze, then we swap the next year and we just send it back and forth every year to commemorate this amazing
whatever
achievement.
And like, certainly like if it was based on chip time, like one of them finished first, like they didn't, I don't know. So that's crazy.
You know what this leads to? I've talked about this in places in the past, but some races, wouldn't it be cool if they instituted a rule like at Western States? UTMB a world championship, like at least those races where if you're racing for a podium or a top 10, you're not allowed to tie.
And if you do, you DQ.
All right. I'm glad we talked through this together.
Hey, when Freetrail's running the world champs, that's a rule.
All right, so that's the next rule. We'll petition the World Athletics.
There we go.
Especially like if trail running is in the pipeline to be an Olympic sport, which is something we haven't talked about this week.
Yeah, right.
As I've heard, like all the big wigs, all the decision makers are here who are working towards the 2032 berth for the Olympics in Brisbane,
you haven't been
Australia.
In those meetings?
I haven't been. Just kidding. Come on, guys. Send me an email. Actually, one guy did send me an email.
Okay.
I'll get back to you. But we do need to make it explicitly true that there are no ties allowed in the Olympics. Okay.
Unless you're fully fighting, and then even then it's like, there should be a camera on the finish line,
Yes. And anyway, I do think it's not a bad idea. I can't think of an example like at Western States where there's been a story of people in the top 10 finishing hand in hand at 100 miles because it's just the distance of it becomes a little bit more difficult. But I get your point. And
I mean, do what you want, but like 2 silver medals, it's like weird. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So back to the top 10 here. Again, Benjamin Rubiel and Louis Sankoife finished joint second, 11 minutes behind Jim. That means Jim ran the last 20K 9 minutes faster than those guys. So he really just, put the gas on and left him in the dust. Again, clutch gene.
Yeah.
Clutch team.
Seriously.
All right. 4th place, Christian Minogue. Well, remember he and Jim had that battle at OCC.
Jim got him again, you know,
for the ages, but still an absolutely sick performance from Christian, 41 years old.
Super sick.
Yeah.
Crushed.
Still hope for me. 8 hours, 57 minutes, just sneaking under 9 hours.
I wonder, like, a lot of people had Christian kind of like picked for the dub because of his like skyrunning and mountain experience, but I don't know. Like, I wonder if he had like not a perfect day, or if it's like, dude, this is like pretty much his potential, and Jim's just like, freaking that much better.
Yeah, I that's true. I mean, given his experience, 2-time skyrunning world champ.
I know.
And this being the course that everybody is just like, everybody who spent time on this course is like, it's weird.
Yeah.
And watching the live broadcast is like, wow, like, this is a wild course, which is evidently where Christian Minogue feels most at home. So again, sort of puts an exclamation point on our remarks earlier about Jim, of just like how crazy it is that he can win on any course at any distance.
Yeah.
But still an incredible result for Christian Minogue, the top Italian finisher. And we'll get to the team medals, like I said, in just a bit, but they needed him to perform, and he did so. 5th place, Peter Frano. He was 3rd place in Innsbruck in 2023, which was kind of like his probably biggest, international breakthrough. Still young, up and coming athlete, finishes just over 9 hours. Again, 5th place.
Having a baller season this year.
Slovakia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won Transvolcania. Yep. Came to States.
Western States.
Strong run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome job. Petter Engdahl, the Swede. He's also kind of one of these guys who can do anything.
Yeah.
He's good at short distance. He's good at mid distance. I guess he hasn't really had his day like at UTMB or Western States, both of which he started.
Yeah.
But a great performance, finishing 6th place here after 4th place at OCC.
Dude, also like small thing that you wouldn't catch unless you watched the live stream, but he was leading that first climb and led and was trading blows with Jim for like, I don't know, bunch of Ks like in the early part of the race. And so clearly he was like going for the dub. Yeah. And so it's honorable to like really try for the win and fade to 6th. Like that's really awesome.
Well, and it felt like he was in danger of fading.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of last year at Canyons when he was really starting to fade and then ran his way back into a roll down golden ticket.
Yeah. Crazy.
Just a tough freaking Scandinavian.
Super tough.
And I got to say, one thing I thought during the day after Tove's huge win yesterday, I kind of feel like the Swedish colors are goated out there. The kits look fire.
Yeah.
Andre Witek in 7th, just another dog from Poland.
Dude was wrecked.
So he was only, Petter was only 2 minutes back of Peter in 9:03. Andre Witek, 9:12, so about 9 minutes back of Petter. 7th place for Andre Witek. And we saw him doing his strides the other day.
Saw him doing his strides, and all due respect, I said he was wrecked, but it's like he crossed the finish line, laid down, immediately took his shoes off, like, clearly left it all out there.
Yeah. The Peter God, 6th at OCC, 8th at the World Champs.
AP, dude.
2022 World
Such a strong run.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pride of Missoula. Just so impressive. He ran in like top 10 all day.
Yeah.
And looked great all day, and awesome run.
I hope he's happy, like
I bet he is,
holds
dude.
himself to such a high standard.
Yeah.
And I think like, he had the course record at Speed Goat, but again, like on paper, this doesn't feel like his course. And being in the top 10 here, like especially sandwiched between the guys that he's in between, like I hope he's proud.
Yeah, I hope he is. It's a world championship level competition, and he crushed it.
Again, we're going to get to the team medals here in a moment, but we needed Peter God too for Team USA.
Yes.
All right. Shout out Peterman in 8th place, 9:18. 9th place, Francesco Puppi.
2nd place comeback of the day.
Yes.
Crazy comeback. So he was in.
I've got it here.
You got it.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So Francesco, first checkpoint, he's in 7th place. Top of the mountain, he's in 4th place.
Where you'd expect.
Where you'd expect. Again, like they're kind of in a group there. So that's starting to split. He's in the group at the top. Then something happens. Who knows what? Next checkpoint, he's in 49th place.
Yeah. Like way back.
We got to get the story on what happened.
Yeah.
Then next checkpoint, 30th, then 18th, then 17th, then 15th, then 13th, and then 8th, and then back to 9th.
So good, dude.
But from 49th to 9th, and again, we're going to get to the team medal counts in a sec, but Poopy needed it. So Poopy v. Jim, Trail Runner of the Year. Of course, he had just won CCC.
Yeah.
We saw people like David Sinclair, Eli Hemming not really be able to back up their CCC. To be able to win in the second fastest time ever at CCC and then bring home a top 10 here at Worlds.
So impressive.
Yeah. And it reminds me too, after his just insane victory at Canyons, and I was trying to peer pressure him into taking his golden ticket to Western States. And he was like, no, I'm actually really motivated to do the CCC Worlds double.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't perfect today, and I'm sure he'll share whatever happened in the middle of the race or in the early parts of the race. Like, he did it, man. He did the double.
He did the double. Yeah. And honestly, like, it's even more impressive because it'd be so easy. Like, you're in 4th. You just won CCC, and all of a sudden you're in 50th for some reason, and it's like, dude, you could pack it in. Like, dude, yeah, it's like I'm not ready. Like it's an off day. CCC's still in my legs, whatever. And I don't think anyone would have batted an eye. But not only to just finish, which would have also been impressive, but to like fight back, like to close that many positions at this level, like he had to bury himself for the rest of the day.
Got off course or something.
I don't know.
Because what I was thinking is if you dropped to 49th, in all likelihood, his teammates had passed him, meaning he may have not felt the pressure that I need to score, right?
Right, yeah.
But they needed him to score.
Yeah.
And he ran his way back into scoring position.
Yeah, also a subplot, like when if he passed Adam, right? And then Adam passed him back. Yeah. Which is sick. Yeah. Just like a little, and they're good friends, but it's like a little battle, Yeah.
And then rounding out the top 10, 2024 UTMB champion, Vincent Bouillard.
Sick run. He's had a great year.
9:22 for Vincent.
Yeah.
So that makes 2 Western States champions in the top 10, 2 UTMB champions in the top 10, a CCC champion in the top 10, 2 CCC champions in the top 10, and 2 previous Worlds medalists. It was that top 10 is baller.
Yeah.
Baller.
Yeah.
So cool. So it looks like it was roughly 47 minutes separating Jim to Vincent, 1st through 10th.
Fairly tight.
Yeah. All right. So we said that the French team was vindicated.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to say on the men, the OCC guys. So we talked about how the entire top 10 from OCC doubled this week.
Right.
Many of them in the long trail. In fact, it was all 5 of the guys who doubled from OCC to long trail all finished in the top 10, plus Francesco Pupi from CCC. So that's Jim, Christian, Petter, Andre Witek, Adam Peterman, all finished in the top 10 after OCC.
Dude, was that a clean month ago?
Just a clean month ago.
So like 10-hour race, a month apart.
5-hour race.
Oh, so 5-hour race.
8.5 hour or 9-hour race.
Yeah. Poopy 10:10. It's crazy. Like, wow. Impressive.
Sick. Anything else on the men? I think we could go a little bit deeper in the stats here.
I guess we'll get there on the team.
Yeah.
Like medal count.
Here's just some shout outs, okay? Just like some name brand people. Baptiste Chassain, who was the 4th Frenchman. He's a French superstar, previous UTMB podium finisher. He was 11th. Joaquin Lopez from Ecuador was 13th. He's been on the podium of UTMB also. Andreas Reiter, 16th. Zach Miller, 18th.
Yeah.
He's in between Miguel Arsenio, who's been a dog for a while, and 17th. Trayson Knopp just behind Katie Schide. So Katie Schide finished 25th overall. Trayson Knopp, our 4th American, finished in 25th. And it looks like, now just scrolling, it looks like Tyler Green is finished too.
Yeah, 31st. 31st in the world. Or 32nd, I guess.
It looks like Katie. Just in front of Sunmaya. Oh, no, sorry. No.
It's hard because these are like on different pages for the fans out there.
All right, so that's the men's race.
Yeah.
Moving.
Oh, and like notable withdrawal.
Oh, let's get to that in a second because I think it's worth touching on it with both the men and the women.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so moving over to the women's race, and it does look like we have the top 10 in. Perfect. So when we started our broadcast, we didn't, but now we do.
Oh, great.
So bear with us because a lot of this stuff is going to be new to us that we were following all day. I mean, let's just obviously start with Katie. Katie the Grady. I mean, goated.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's surprised. Like, she led wire to wire.
Yeah.
Increased her lead all day. Seemed super in control, both like from watching the live stream in the field and then in the aid stations. She seemed like very calm, executing her plan, like checking up on her teammates, just like, I don't know, locked in performance.
Yeah. Wire to wire, as you said.
Yeah.
In kind of classic Katie fashion. Like, no visible signs of vulnerability ever.
No.
No one that like was challenging her. Just.
And then like, is there even anyone who can challenge her right now?
I mean, to her point in our interview yesterday.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, I'm sad Jen Lichter's not here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been cool to see them go out together?
Yeah.
And like duke it out through like the middle of the race and just see what happens?
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been really cool.
Would have been great. But of course that didn't happen. So Katie Schide, you know, it wasn't quite as tight or back and forth as the men's race. Like getting close to halfway, it felt like, okay, this is a foregone conclusion.
Yep.
And there's not a lot you can say about it's like people like Katie and Courtney and Killian where it's just like it just feels so easy.
Yeah.
But same thing applies as what we said about Jim.
Yes.
Like she can win any race, any distance, any course, any country, pin a bib on her and bet the farm that she's going to win.
Yeah, totally. And like to that point, like of it feeling like a foregone conclusion. I mean, she literally had like over a minute 4K in and it just increased literally all day. It was just, 5 minutes, 15K. It's just crazy, dude. Yeah. And these are like, all due respect to the rest of the field, like such amazing runners that she's like beaten today.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple other things on Katie, her season, a win at Madeira, a course record at Hard Rock, second at Sierra Zinal, and an 80K World Championship. So like Jim, who has a VK to 120K, 4 victories, Katie's got, 3 victories and a second place from like mid-short to super long.
Yeah.
So again, versatility, nothing she can't do. And if we look back to 2024, we'll remember it was Canyon's ridiculous course record, finished I think 7th overall in that race. Then Western States UTMB double. So like the last whatever it's been 18 20 months of Katie's career, not to mention what she had done before that, it's just like she's in GOAT territory.
She's left the atmosphere,
So I mean it's like it's hard to know what else to say, but
she did the thing. She separated herself from these other like legends, in the sense that she's now won a world championship in addition to Grand Raid, UTMB, Hard Rock, Western States,
Oh, such a good point.
Crazy.
Okay. So what Adam's saying is that, and we talked about this in our Hard Rock coverage, but Katie, Killian, and Courtney are the only people to win the 4 majors at the 100-mile distance is what we call it. So Western States, UTMB, Hard Rock, Diagonal Des Fous. All 3 of them have won all 4. Nobody else has done it. But neither Courtney nor Killian have a trail world championship to their name.
Yep.
So it's almost like Ruth Croft now, who has OCC, CCC, UTMB, the Triple Crown of the World Finals there, plus like Western States.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like the last 2 decades of tennis where we've had Rafa Nadal, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic. It's been like Courtney, Katie, Ruth. Like, God, we're so spoiled.
It's true, dude. But here's a unfortunate thing. Like, just talking about like Courtney and Ruth, it's like, unfortunately at the World Champs, they aren't here because they were like, Ruth's at UTMB and like so many other really great female athletes are at UTMB, instead of the World Champs, or like prioritizing that performance above the World Champs. It'd be so great if all the best converged on the World Championships.
Remember, I think you're not that much younger than me, but when I was a kid, Michael Johnson, the great sprinter, and who was the Canadian guy who was also a great sprinter?
Dude, I don't know.
His name is escaping me. But they did a one-off event where they raced an off distance to find out like the equalizer of like who's the best.
Ooh.
What if we could organize that with Ruth, Katie, Courtney?
A Freetrail event.
Do like maybe a 110K course.
Okay.
That's like has both runnable and tough sections.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Put up a big prize purse and a sick live stream.
Yeah. Okay, good idea. Honestly, though, don't you think
they're just such amazing athletes?
Yeah, they are. Well, nonetheless, Katie with the world championship status today.
Yeah, and in all likelihood seals the deal on Trail Runner of the Year for the second year in a row.
Boy, I sure hope so.
All right, so second and third, this was a fun battle to watch all day.
Yep.
Second place was Sunmaya Buddha, representing Nepal.
Yep.
And somebody can fact check me on this, but I would guess this is Nepal's first ever medal in a trail or mountain running world championship.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah. I would think so.
I would think so too. And Sunmaya was making up time on Katie. I think Katie had as much as 35 minutes.
Yeah.
33 minutes, and it was 26 at the end.
Yeah, and Sunmaya broke the elastic on third with 20K to go or something. And just ran that last part super strong. Yeah. It would have been, if the race were even longer, I think would have been even more interesting.
Yeah, so we were watching the broadcast, as we've said now a couple of times. And as Sunmaya was making her way up towards the top of that last climb before the screaming fast descent, every time the camera went to her, we were like, whoa.
Yeah.
She looks amazing.
Yeah.
So
crushing,
just charging from behind, certainly I'm sure trying to break the elastic on third place, but also didn't seem like she was giving up on trying to chase down Katie. You got to love that.
Yeah.
It represents internal motivation.
Totally.
So Sunmaya Buddha finished 10 hours, 23 minutes, which is just such an impressive time on this course. And I would recommend for people who didn't watch the live broadcast, if you just scroll through pieces of it.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
There's so much great drone footage that makes you appreciate just how nasty
and how vast the landscape is. Like the runners are just tiny little blips on it. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's funny too, because you feel the remoteness. Right? As somebody who's been at UTMB a million times, you can get up in the mountains, but it's a place where a lot of people come to visit to be in the mountains. So you don't feel as alone. Here it feels like
there's nothing going on up here.
So really, it's a pretty amazing place. In fact, I talked to Ryan on the phone, who was out in a remote section of the course. He's like, dude, I seriously think this might be the most beautiful course I've ever photographed in my life.
Wow.
So that is high praise.
That is high praise.
From trail running's creative savant, Ryan Thrower. Third place, Fabiola Conti. So Sunmaya and Fabiola were duking it out really all day until Sunmaya was able to break that elastic. Fabiola, Italian athlete, finished 12 minutes behind Sunmaya in 10 hours, 35 minutes. So our podium was USA, Nepal, Italy.
Yep.
Don't know much about Fabiola myself, looked at some of her results and looks like a strong athlete. This, I think, is certainly the biggest result of her career. So it'd be fun I followed her on Instagram today and new fan. We'll see what she does in the future. Fourth place. Tell everybody about what we saw with Jasmine.
Oh my God. Yeah. So first of all, shout out Fabiola. Fabuloso is awesome, But dude, okay. Jasmine Lothar with the comeback performance of the day. No doubt. She is a very strong mountain runner, has had a solid season, but was building toward this. I think like one of the first checkpoints she went through, she came through in like 49th position and just, like worked her way up all day to the point that she passed 5th place on the final descent and was freaking hammering, like flying down the trail, taking the best lines, dropping the camera operator behind her. Like he had to cut switchbacks multiple times to keep up with her. And just like, in the best way, like reckless abandon trying to get on that podium for a medal. Wow. And I was rooting for Jasmine so hard because like that would have been an amazing comeback, but also like it would have been so cool to see her, validate a really awesome day and the strong athlete that she is with that medal. But nonetheless, like 4th in a world championship competition is something to be super proud of.
That's crazy. So you mentioned comeback of the day plus Poopy.
Yep.
So both of them shared that 49th position today.
Something about it.
Something about being number 49.
Yeah. Lights a fire.
Gets you locked back in.
Yeah.
Right? So like once you drop out of the top 50, you lose hope.
Yeah. So crazy though. Cause again, it's like, it would have been easy. And she's got all the, men in the way, so to speak. And to just be eating people up all day is just amazing.
Huge. Yeah. I hope she's super proud. I'm sure she is. Of course, finishing 4th at a world championship is like, I wish I would have been 3rd to get a medal, but
also like insane, dude.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. 5th place, another person who was kind of in the mix all day and moved up. In fact, let me click through. Yeah, she was within top 10 throughout. Rosa Maria Lara, the lone Spaniard in the top 10 on the women's side.
Yeah.
So again, we said no men in the top 20.
Right.
Right now we have 13 women who have finished. She's the only Spaniard.
Yeah.
So she was only 2 minutes back of Jasmine. So Jasmine was probably running from, we watched her pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also just real quick to go back to Jasmine again, she came out here way early, I think a month early.
Yeah. And
so had significant course recon experience. And I wonder if she was like saving this huge kick for that point in the race. Like Jasmine maybe on similar kind of experience to the Spaniard that she edged out.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. So now 6 through 10, we have a fun little theme here where it goes France, Italy, France, Italy, France. Okay. So
wow.
In 6th place, Annalise Rousset, who's been a great long course athlete. In fact, in 2023, she passed me in the middle of the night at Hard Rock when I was like walking towards Chapman about to die. And she was flying off of Oscar's Pass, which anybody who's done Hard Rock knows is like the most disgusting downhill in trail running. So Annalise Rousset brings home a great 6th place and top French woman here today. 10 hours, 50 minutes. So only 5 minutes separated Jasmine, Rosa Lara, and Annalise Rousset.
Wow.
So great fighting there in the middle of the top 10 here. 7th place, Martina Valmasoy from Italia, a good friend of mine. Let's see, 7th place, she was 10:55. 8th place, our defending gold medalist from France, Marion Delespierre. So that's cool and interesting. Both her and Benjamin Rubio able to double back from 2023 gold medals to be in the top 10 here today. 9th place, another Italian, Guidita Torini. I'm sorry to butcher your name there, but it was a hell of a battle there for 9th and 10 where Guidita and Hillary Girardi finished 1 second apart in 9th and 10th. Wow. 11:05:19 and 11:05:20. One thing I have a little bit of a problem with. Hillary Girardi is an American-born runner who lives in France, like Katie Schide.
Yep.
She raced on the French national team. If she would have raced for the Stars and Stripes, I don't think we would have beat the Italians, but we would have. We maybe had a better medal position as a team.
No doubt.
So that's our women's top 10. And I just want to say too, in 11th and 13th was Elisa Kristensdottir and Andrea Koblendsdottir from Iceland, our two Icelandic athletes we talked about earlier. Honestly, they finished very close together.
You're so good at pronouncing names. And shout out to Shea Aquilano in 14th.
Yep.
Awesome.
So has she finished?
She just finished.
Okay, great.
A boulderite.
You know, that's amazing.
Yeah.
She's like
Nike
23
athlete,
years old.
ACG athlete. Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All conditions racing department, Shea Aquilano.
Yes. Yeah.
She's like 23.
Yeah. Got her whole life ahead of her,
14th at World Championships at 23, 24 years old.
Huge performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Really impressive run.
All right.
Yeah, beating the likes of like Ida Nielsen and stuff,
So good.
Crazy.
All right, so that's the women's top 10. Let's do the team medals. And I don't think the women's is totally determined yet. So let's start with the men and see what happens here as we're chatting. Men's team medals. Obviously, we said France.
Yep.
Dominant. Actually, I got to pull it up here because I want to get the exact delta. Okay, so France, total cumulative time. Again, this is cumulative time scoring, not cross-country scoring. Cumulative time, 26 hours, 54 minutes, 20 seconds. They kind of beat the bleep out of second place, which was the Stars and Stripes, our guys at the United States. 43 minutes in cumulative time better.
Yeah.
It feels like a big margin.
It's a big margin.
Yeah. So the Frenchman vindicated again, not doing, the UTMB double, bringing home a team gold, and we're going to go see them collect those medals here in a little while. United States silver medal being pulled by Jim Walmsley, 27 hours, 37 minutes. And then the Italians of Christian Minoggio, Francesco Puppi, and Andreas Reiterer finished, it looks like 22 minutes behind the United States, 27 hours, 59 minutes in aggregate. Okay, real quick, before we get to the medal count so far, you talked about the drops or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Really, as I scrolled through, and again, there's still people out on the course right now, the two major names, people who could be competitive in the race today who dropped out, Caleb Olsen, shout out Caleb. I hope he's doing okay. Yep. And Rosanna Buschauer from Germany, who wasn't really a medal contender, I would say, but good athlete.
Yeah.
Brought up something we talked about just the motivating factor of being part of a team, needing to score, having other people rely on you.
Yeah. Yeah. And just again, hope both of them are okay. To Caleb's credit, he posted this in his Strava, fell early in the race, banged his knee, definitely sounds like the right decision to just withdraw. But it happens, dude. Especially on this terrain.
Yeah.
This is some crazy stuff. It's miraculous that more people don't fall and injure themselves. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Just one trip and you could be injured. So,
and it happened early too. If he would have fallen with 15K to go rather than 15K into the race, maybe you can hobble it in, but.
And he knew the terrain he was getting into.
And I'm sure he knew he was in probably the rest of Team USA had come past him and he wasn't worried about scoring for the team again like he was in 2023. But we should say twice at the world champs now, Caleb has had bad luck. He finished whatever it was 90th in 2023 and this year a DNF. So hopefully we can get Caleb back in Cape Town. Where he finished second at Ultra Trail Cape Town a couple years ago. So
he's got the experience. And just to, again, to give him a little shine, he was in that lead group at the top of the first class. So it's not like he was not having a good day. He was just tripped.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Our boy TB, can you pull up individual medal count by country? All right, so we still have one race to go. So this is just a view as to where the medal counts are by country. And, no surprise, the United States is out front.
Hey.
2 golds today, plus Anna Gibson's bronze in the vertical.
So
Love to see it. France also has 3 medals, but only 1 gold and 2 silvers. So same quantity, but fewer golds for France. Spain, also 3 medals, 2 silvers and a gold. Then Kenya, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Sorry, Spain has 2 silvers and a bronze. Kenya has 1 silver, 1 bronze. And then Switzerland, Germany, Sweden, Finland, Nepal, Great Britain, Italy, all with 1 medal apiece.
Yeah.
So good stuff for the individual medals. Moving to the team medals now, if you don't mind. So what we're looking at here, team medals. So updated after Long Trail, France now leads with 4 total team medals, a gold, 2 silvers, and a bronze. Italy, a gold and 2 bronze. Spain, a gold and a silver. The U.S., a silver and a bronze. Kenya, a gold. Sweden, a gold because of Tove yesterday.
Right.
Switzerland, a silver. Canada, a bronze. So Canada got their first ever global team medal.
That's
in the vertical.
Sick. That's sick.
Yep.
What does that say to you?
What do you mean?
You know, what do you like?
What do I?
What comes like? What are the interesting parts of that data? Like to me, what jumps out is like the U.S. did not, and like other countries did not exclude their athletes from competing at UTMB.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a home course advantage.
Yeah.
Like they aren't from Spain, but like on the individual level, there's outliers that can like rise to the occasion and score. But on the team level, it's like not the same story.
Beautiful point.
Yeah.
I mean, the obvious takeaway here is the one team that didn't allow anybody to go to UTMB has the most medals. And the French.
Yeah. And wasn't
and
Spain?
We'll see what
where's
happens
Spain
tomorrow.
At?
Spain has 2 medals, a gold and a silver.
So are they second or third in the medal count?
They're third total.
Solid.
Yeah.
Podium position.
Yeah.
You know, edging out the U.S.
Yeah. Okay, last thing before we get to tomorrow's race, a San Marino update.
Yeah.
Just to set this up again, the Boulder Boys and Freetrail have jointly adopted a country aside from the United States. We root for San Marino.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any athletes from San Marino in today's race. Thus concludes our coverage of Team San Marino in the Long Trail.
For now, to be continued.
We are big San Marino fans. We still need our merch. Let's do a trail running trip and make some content in San Marino.
Hey,
let's do it.
Sign me up.
Finally, I just wanted to say another just sick broadcast.
Yeah.
Really great broadcast.
Great work to the folks in studio. And we haven't talked about this. I don't even know what his name is. I should. Is it Martin, the guy who's like in the field?
Oh, no, the British guy.
Yeah.
Martin's in studio.
Yeah.
I don't know what the British guy's name is.
But it's like he gives like BBC energy. He's like wearing a pink polo shirt and like a, like, I don't know, polished. Like Brooks Brothers vest out there, like super polished. Like, I don't know. It's like kind of a hilarious look, but like, you know, great coverage.
Yeah, I'd be wearing a hoodie and a flat brim.
I was literally thinking I was like, that's not really the trail running vibe, but like,
he's doing a good job.
He's doing a great job.
All right. Anything else on today's race? God, it was so good. We'll spend just a couple of minutes on tomorrow.
Anything else? Okay. Observations, like real spit at this point in the pod. Like, dude, it started at 7. Cool start. Freaking town isn't open, dude.
Yeah.
Bakeries, coffee shops, they're like, oh, we open in an hour. It's like, come on, dude. Again, it's like, it's really cool that this brings athletes to, and like, you know, some fans to this location that we wouldn't otherwise come to, gives some, you know, shine on this part of the world. Athletes get to experience these trails. Like they're so wild, so rugged, so beautiful. Maybe the most beautiful that Ryan's ever experienced or shot. But like the town is not like set up for it. They're not bought into it. And so it was a little bit of like a bummer, you know,
get the buy-in from the local businesses that maybe open the cafe
on like one or 2 days early, you know? Yeah. And they'd probably do crazy sales, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'd be the biggest weekend of the year.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been a great weekend, but certainly a couple head scratching moments. Anyway, we don't need to go any deeper on that. But again, today's race, one for the ages, so memorable, so fun to watch. Before we move to the classic, I just have to give another shout out to our friends at All Conditions Gear. I'm literally sitting here on the couch. I'm cold. I'm literally cold sitting here on the couch with my Radical Airflow on, and we just super appreciate their support. We both got a pair of the ACG Ultra Flies, ran in mine today. That is a baller shoe. It's going to be, I think, released sometime next year, hopefully in addition to the Radical Airflow. I'm sure people are going to be kitted up.
Super cool tech.
ACG is coming back. It is back. Nike innovation applied to outdoor. Super duper exciting. And we are just super grateful. And again, not only sponsoring Team USA, but Canada, GB, Kenya, Uganda. I'm missing one or two others in there, but we're super appreciative of their support. Learn more about what they're up to at allconditionsgear.com. Moving on to the Classic tomorrow, the fourth and final World Championship. There is the U20 race. So for those who didn't watch our interview yesterday with Sofia Rodriguez, go watch it.
Go watch.
Like, honestly, that was one of our favorite moments of the week, I would say.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're definitely cheering for her, 16 years old, in the U20 race tomorrow. Shout out Sofia Rodriguez and everybody who's taking part in the U20 race. I'm excited to check out what the youth are up to, but we're not going to be doing coverage on it. So that's the extent of it. Go check out that interview with Sophia, and maybe we'll talk about the youth a little bit tomorrow. The Classic race is going to be the focus here. Again, the fourth and final Senior World Championship. Thomas, if you could pull up the course for me. This is a 2-looper like it was in Innsbruck. Cumulative 9 miles, 2,700 feet of climbing, 2 distinct climbs and descents here. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at this at all, but what Lauren Gregory said yesterday is that contrary to what we've seen in short trail and long trail, the Classic race is actually very tame.
Yeah.
It's not crazy technical. It's like pretty straightforward.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be exciting to watch an athlete like Sophia race or Lauren with that track speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So probably the men will be an hour-ish. Women be a little bit longer than that, and we'll be up there to check that out tomorrow. Excited for that. Touching on the indexes as we have the last couple of days, we'll just bang through this really quick. Thomas, if you could pull up the index for the women. Again, this just shows the density of competition across the national teams. We'll see the U.S. slightly edging out Kenya on the women's side, then Poland, France, Spain, Great Britain, etc. If you could pull up the men now, please. What we'll see here, Adam, which you're not looking at it, but Kenya clearly with the much stronger team. In fact, the top 3 ranked runners on the men's side,
Kenyan,
all Kenyan.
Okay.
So
they're going to be tough
they
to
have
beat.
they have the highest UTMB index average by a mile, followed by Spain, Italy, the United States, Romania, and Austria, who are all kind of clustered well, and then many more beyond. The youth race starts at 8:30. The men 9:30, the women at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, and then we wrap everything up with we'll talk about that race and do like a final weekly wrap-up show tomorrow. Okay. Do you want to talk about some of the names? I think just first and foremost, Lauren Gregory on the women's side, the top-ranked athlete.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised about that too.
Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's just like, that's awesome.
Yeah, but she's 26, early phases of her career.
Yeah.
It's cool. She's the top ranked athlete coming in. She said on the couch yesterday, my goal is to win.
Yeah.
So the second ranked athlete, Martina Milnarczyk.
Woo.
From Poland.
Wow.
CCC champion.
But coming off a CCC, so
that'll be interesting. Just to name, we're getting a little long here, so let's just name a few here on the women's side. Scout Adkin, Joyce Jeru here. The vertical champion, Nina Engelhard from Germany, racing again tomorrow. Valentine Ruto from Kenya, very good athlete. Anna Gibson, third place in the vertical. Previous gold medalist, Ali McLaughlin, who is, I think, also has a bronze in the Classic from Thailand. Let's see if there's any other names that jump out. Marie Neve from France. Courtney Coppinger, an American. Laura Hamilton from Australia. So a lot of great names there. Moving over to the men, like I said, top 3 are all Kenyan. That's Philemon Kiriago, Michael Salelo, and Paul Machoka, all Kenyan. Then in the top 3 ranked athletes. And then Cesar Maestre, a great Italian athlete, is the fourth ranked athlete. Then in the fifth ranked athlete, who's a scratch, is our German friend Lucas Earl, who we've already gone on plenty of diatribes about. Ole Miss athletic department not allowing this great young German to participate in trail running. Shame on you, Ole Miss. Manuel Innerhofer from Austria, good athlete. Timothy Cabet. Taylor Stack from the U.S.
Yeah, be fun to watch him race.
Future superstar. Cam Smith, our buddy.
Doubling back.
Bogdan Damian from Romania. He's very, very good. Remy LaRue, great Canadian. Mason Copy, great unsponsored American. David Norris.
Is he unsponsored?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
At least last I heard.
Mason is
older.
And he's like very fast. Yeah. Very good.
He's been having a great season.
Yeah, seriously.
He what did he do? Did he win way too cool? Or he was like,
he's literally been winning everything, dude.
He's got his spot at Sunapee, but
yeah. Shout out Mason.
Shout out Mason. David Norris, who won Sunapee Scramble. He won the qualifying race in Alaskan, previous multiple-time Mount Marathon champ. So we got some dogs tomorrow.
Totally. Total dogs.
Dude, that was a fun show.
Yeah. But
anything else?
Well, I guess I'll probably say it again tomorrow, but just like it struck me as worth saying that, like, dude, for anyone that's still rocking with us here at whatever we are, an hour and 15 into the show, like, dude, you guys have no idea the amount of preparation that Dylan puts into this. Like, just having been able to watch it, like front row seat, you're like on your phone all day writing notes. You got like this Google Doc on your iPad that's like, I don't know, 10 pages long with all these graphics and
we're
notes.
At 35 pages.
35 pages, dude, crazy. But like, just, it's easy to watch the broadcast and be like, oh, like it'd be easy to just, it's like, dude, it's not. Like, to really like condense, 10 hours worth of racing into a broadcast, make it interesting, preview another show. Like, just, it's, I wanted to give you huge kudos because like you're always giving other people kudos.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And it's a team effort, and you've been an amazing partner to work with all week. So
you're doing all the heavy lifting.
I appreciate it, and I love it, man.
Yeah.
This is what I was born to do. Literally grew up watching ESPN and reading sports magazines, listening to sports radio my whole life. So this is a dream come true for me.
You're killing it.
It's been super duper fun. As we conclude here, it would really mean a lot to us, everybody here, including myself, if you would smash that subscribe button, please. Super duper appreciate it. Again, you have one last chance to play fantasy tomorrow. Pick 10 deep in the Classic. We'll be back in studio for our final show tomorrow, where we'll just wrap up the Classic and the entire week. It should be another fun and casual day. Check out all the athlete interviews we've done, including the one we mentioned with Sophia. If you haven't, we did some post-race interviews with Remy Bonnet and Frederick Trenchard that will be up soon if they're not up already. So check out those post-race interviews.
Great.
We're going to try and get one with Tove Alexanderson. If we can remotely, and then hopefully we can get Jim and Katie in studio to knock on
fingers
wood.
Crossed.
Shout out to the team. Tommy B, you stud. Tom Buchanan, Helena's broadcaster of the year. Ryan Thrower, Gracie Hins, who've literally been out for
still out
12 hours at this point. And of course, Ryan and Travis back home. Super duper appreciate it. Allconditionsgear.com. Go get yourself some hot new outdoor gear from Nike ACG. Appreciate their coverage. Tom Buchanan, Adam Mary, I'm Debo. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.